Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name's Shadow Wraith, and today I have got a video for you. I went to a local 600 point Middle-earth strategy battle game tournament, and it just seemed quite cool. It was really local, and it's a fun little event. A lot of the people from the local gaming club that I go to go there. Yeah, it was just cool. So I brought two lists with me, and you should see them in the description down below, but I had Angmar, which it's slightly more competitive. It was a bit more of a try-hard list, but it wasn't like OTT in my opinion. And then I brought a more fun faction, which is my new faction, which is Army of Thror. I'm very inexperienced with Dwarves, so I thought I'd, a baptism by fire. Let's chuck them in a tournament and see how these boys do. And yeah, let's just say I got my chance to use them, because out of the 4 games, I used Army of Thror 3 times. Poor Angmar, only got in the 1 game. But the Dwarves surprised me. They did remarkably well. A lot better than I expected, since I don't ever use anything like Dwarves. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump in and we'll start the footage. Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Shadow Wraith, and we are at the 600 point Havant tournament. I'll do a quick pan of the room. We've got loads of games going on. Cool, my first opponent we rolled off is my Angmar, which you'll see in the description down below, versus Army of Thror. So what have we got here?
We've got Thror with 15 Guardians of the King. We've got Thrain with 6 Warriors of Erebor with Spear and Shield, and a Captain of Erebor with the same 6 Spear and Shield.
Fantastic. We're going to set up. I'll quickly show that, and then we're going to go crack-lacking. And there we are, we're all deployed. So we've got Angmar over here. We've got the lovely little shade sat kind of central, because we're facing down a solid wall of dwarves. Very scary. We've got the Witch King here, Captain right here, Barrow wights chilling over here, nice and spread out. An Army of Thror, they're nice and spread out as well. All those lovely Guardians of the King there, with the King right in the middle there. And then we've got a Captain over here, and a Thrain as well. There we go, nice and easy. We're going to start playing. I'll give you updates as we go along. So we're a couple of turns in, and Angmar's moved forward. We've managed to get rid of Thror's will with a sap will from the Witch King. He ran forward and then heroically backed off again. Now the dwarves are advancing, because they're not very happy about that, and I think they're going to be throwing some little axes at me. Let's see how little those axes are. We have got the Captain coming around here. He's doing shenanigans maybe. But yeah, it's looking good. It looks like we're going to have an epic clash in the centre. Well, to the right of the centre in my perspective. And then we've got 2 wargs doing absolutely nothing. Like, he duped me, he went that way. I thought, yeah. But it's looking good, we'll be back.
Feel free to carry on.
Yeah, so we've just clashed, and it's not going well for Angmar, not going to lie. They're not rolling very high. And then when they do, the dwarves, as dwarves are, cannot die. Which is awesome, because I loved Army of Thror. So yeah, there we go. We've got 2 paralysed heroes, being Thror and Thrain, but their armour is keeping them safe. We have got a flank going on, a rear charge. So let's see how it goes on. So, oh, no, you're fine. So we're just... Witch King's got stuck in on a paralysed Thrain. Thror literally just makes his Arcane stone saves constantly. I think you've had to spend 1 might so far. But slowly, hopefully, we can start trapping people. That's my only hope at this rate. But yeah, that's it. That's the whole battlefield. And here we go. Awesome, so that's the end of the game. The score was
0-0.
0-0. Wow, I think we're just too perfectly matched. Angmar wins the duels and can't kill you, and you can kill me.
I can
For
kill
some
you.
reason, your dice were like rolling hot, and then I need to kill 0.5.
The shade was very handy, they having those -1 jaws.
Yeah, so I think the key moments in the game was your 2 killing heroes couldn't fight the majority of the game.
Paralysed.
Yeah, and the 6 just didn't come in the end.
No, Thror got it on the last turn, which nothing really.
But we couldn't kill him.
No, Thror got his fate rolls and kept getting that 4 to regen his fate, so he just couldn't get wounded, which,
I mean, it's so Thror though, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's hard as nails, he doesn't care. 4 up. I think he'd spend like twice.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
It was a good grindy match, but it just didn't kill anything.
I think we had a feeling that it was going to be a bit of a grind in the middle.
Yeah, where we met on the corner, in the open field, it's just a clash of 2 lines, isn't it?
Yeah. But I don't think that's a bad start to a little tournament, is it?
No, get a draw, you know, you never know.
We're both undefeated so far. The only other key thing I think was the shade. The -1 duel is just dirty.
Because any 6, I just couldn't, even with the heroes, you know, Witch King came a couple of times, rolled a 6 and I couldn't win them.
I think, it saved the Witch King rolling that 6.
Because I had the 5, but you had the 6, you know, so yeah.
Well, good game.
Good game,
That was
good game.
awesome. Stay tuned for the next game. And if I can press the button. Okay, so here we are for game 2. We are playing Capture and Control. That's it, and we are playing against, 𝐑𝐞𝐜𝐶𝐽 Scouts. So what have we got here?
So we have 𝐑𝐞𝐜𝐶 Enoroka Drummer, 11 Scouts, 𝐑𝐞𝐜𝐶 12 Scouts, 𝐑𝐞𝐜𝐶 Banner, Orcs, Orc Captain, Orcs.
Fantastic. And you just smashed these out?
Yeah, 2 days.
2 days to paint the army. They look absolutely phenomenal for 2 days painting. Well, fantastic. You know my list. It's in the comment description down below. And we'll get to deployment. So here we are. We've got a nice dwarven defensive line. Hopefully we get to spread out in a minute and put our spill spots where we want them. We've got Thrain, Captain, Thror, and we've got a bunch of orcs that are on the move.
Bunch of rabble.
The rabble. A banner there looking absolutely majestic. And then all the big Chads. Chad City right there. And all the Orcs. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. That's a full view of the table. Fantastic. I'll show you when we get more in depth. So, we've had a turn of bloody combat. I think we lost 1 dwarf. And we killed a couple of Orcs. 𝐑𝐞𝐜𝐶 unfortunately took a wound.
He did.
By 1 grimhammer, or Guardian of the King. I guess he is a Guardian of the King, so he deserves the wound.
Yeah, I think so.
Exactly. 𝐑𝐞𝐜𝐶 did call a heroic move though, because we want priority. Just to get, not throw an axe to the face again. But yeah, we'll see how it goes from there. Any super duper significant fights we'll record. But yeah, we've got, these 2 heroes come around the side. They've been left behind. And then we've got 2 cheeky grimhammers. Yeah, that's about it. Cool. Until next round. Okay, so that's the end of game 2 against your 𝐑𝐞𝐜𝐶 Scouts. Very close.
That was very close. I really enjoyed it.
I think you had 2 turns.
I did.
Killing everything.
I had
rolling 6s.
2 turns of a lot of 6s, which made a lot of difference. And then I had 1 more turn, which was just if I'd had another turn like that, I think I would have been in quite a good point. I just took off 11 models, 12 models in a turn of my original 47, 45-ish. That was amazing.
The Dwarves.
A real turn.
Just went nuts. 1 turn. That's what swung the game. I think, that's literally it. I think it's just my heroes absolute beats.
They were awesome. I don't have an artistic heroes with the Scouts.
No.
So all I can do is surround you and then just hope you roll really badly. And then if I get lucky, I can kill you. But other than that, I don't really have a way of dealing with your heroes.
I think it's literally the strike with 𝐑𝐞𝐜𝐶 and 𝐑𝐞𝐜𝐶's got strike.
𝐑𝐞𝐜𝐶 has strike, but 𝐑𝐞𝐜𝐶 only starts at 1/4, which is a bit not great. So,
it's not good. Because I'm probably going to strike if I'm trapped with animosity.
I managed to use the manoeuvrability of the list just to sneak round you.
You stole my home objective.
I did steal your home objective, and you stole mine, so,
MVP, Captain K coming in.
Yeah, they call Captain K.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I call it.
Brilliant.
All my captains are all Captain K. They're all from the same
They're all
generation.
Captain K. Alright, great. This is Captain K, the second, third.
Yeah, exactly.
Superb.
But any MVPs?
I don't. Animosity really came in big. I had 2 scouts on the end of that fight on my side of the wall, which just held out on their one side over and over again. But no one stand up. 𝐑𝐞𝐜𝐶 had a bit of a redemption. 𝐑𝐞𝐜𝐶 started out by just getting his teeth knocked out by the dwarves for a few turns, and then he had a bit of a comeback. He killed 4 or 5 times.
Yeah,
just okay.
He had 2 turns of just we're not doing this, dwarves. My MVP's got to be Thrain, I think. Once he got going.
He had a rough start when he tried to combat, failed in a punch.
Yeah.
But after that, he was unstoppable.
Yeah, he killed everything from that point onwards. I like Angmar Thror. I'm quite happy with it.
It was good fun. I've never played against him before. That was super. Yeah, that was really nice.
What was it?
6-5.
6-5. Yeah. Hey, go Dwarves. That's not bad for me playing good. I never play good. Alright, and we'll see you in the next game.
Great, so this is my Pits of Dol Guldur list, obviously led by Azog. He's got 2 Hunter Orcs with bows on fellow wargs, 1 fellow warg mounted with a banner, 1 fellow warg normal guy with bow, and 5 general at the back. Accompanying him is Keeper of the Dungeon with 2 fellow wargs and a bow and 5 guys at the back. And then generic Hunter Orc Captain, who doesn't look like he has an egg whatsoever, with 1 hunter orc mounted with bow, 1 guy on foot with bow, and 4 normal bows. These are just general dismounts at the back.
Awesome. And what was his name? He had a name.
Nablong.
Nablong?
No, Garlug.
Garlug. Garlug, the Orc captain. I love it.
That works.
Well, I've got Captain K on the Dwarf side, so it's Dwarves versus Pits of Dol Guldur for Game 3. We'll deploy it and go from there. I also forgot, we are doing, what is it, capture and control? No, hold ground, hold ground. So, we've got that objective in the centre, and we're just going to try and grab it. Army of Thror. Let's see what happens, eh? Here we go. So we're in turn 3. The Dwarves came in on this corner pretty much, and then poor old Thrain came in over there. 𝐶𝐸 running forward. I think he's hunted down a Thrain there. What a shot that is. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're all moving in on Thrain, it looks like. Yeah, very scary. I mean, originally Angmar was rolled against your... what was it?
Fellowship, Breaking of the Fellowship.
Breaking of the Fellowship, but we thought, I've got Army of Thror, you've got 𝐶𝐸, it's got to be done.
Yeah.
So I'm playing the Dwarves again. And I'm liking them, they're quite cool. Only so far a couple of kills with throwing axes, but that's it. For now. So here we are, the Dwarves are in the centre, and we're fighting off 𝐶𝐸. Poor Thrain did die instantly. I mean, yeah, he tried. I think it came down to like whoever rolled a 4 or something.
Yeah, it was 2 heroic combats, and
yeah. But these Dwarf warriors here are holding on just, but it's looking grim. I'm sure the Dwarves will pull through with their resilience, apart from there's an 𝐶𝐸 killing everything. Yeah, we'll see what it looks like in a few turns. Okay, so that was a horrific game for me. Not gonna lie. What is it? Game 3 now?
Game 3, yeah.
Yeah, 6-0 victory to Pits of Dol Guldur. I think I did everything right. I think I rushed the centre with all my high defence dudes. Sat there, wait to get broken because I didn't really kill anything.
It was high defence, high fight value, banner re-rolls, and you can be shielding to keep just pushing me back and sit on it. It just swung away. It's my dice spiked. Maelstrom.
Yeah, Maelstrom deployment. I mean, Thrain dying instantly kind of sucked because I think he would have killed a lot of orcs.
Yeah, so Thrain deployed right away from everyone else, so I just sent all my cavalry as far in that corner as possible, whilst the Dwarves were chasing my little defence 4 guys, just kept chucking axes at the back of their head. And managed to neutralise one corner, and I didn't think I'd be able to get enough punching power to break through that kind of defence. I thought
cut through it like
I thought I'd made a mistake.
Heated knife through butter. It just went straight through him.
I needed to spend so much might though, and this list really helps with might just to keep things going. 𝐶𝐸 killed probably most things.
Yeah. I don't think any of my heroes really stand up to 𝐶𝐸 because I mean we've got the fight 6. I think Thrain could have done it. Thror, he's high defence, but you ignore that.
Yeah.
His Arcane, you have to roll quite lucky with it. It was too much of a risk.
I think priority also swung my way a lot, so I stole the priority with pits, which was great, and that allowed me to make sure I got the cavalry charge in and neutralise the corner. But after that it was all the heroic moves were moving my way and the priorities moving my way. I just needed that. If I get bogged down, my list falls apart.
But I mean, it was still a good game.
Yeah, we were laughing throughout.
Yeah. Dwarves, they didn't do what Dwarves usually do, which is don't die. They just died in droves. So it's a grim day for Erebor.
But they are beautiful models, and I want to now go out and buy a Thor list. So, GW wins.
Go buy Dwarves. Yeah. Alright, no, epic handshake.
No, thanks,
Thank you so much. Still a fun game, even though I got beaten up.
It was fun. Thanks.
So just before the battle begins, I'm just going to point out what our targets were. So my target was to kill the Orc drummer, because I thought he'd be quite close, and he's really, really squishy. He's defense 5, 1 fate, that's it. So yeah, pretty solid target. He could have kept him away, but it was either him or 𝐸𝐸 I could pick, and I think 𝐸𝐸 would spend more time on the back lines. I think he's more valuable to the force than a drummer is once we get into the thick of it. Yeah, so that was pretty handy. I picked to take over that massive rock, and we ruled it that if you're in base contact with it, you can take it. And yeah, that was awesome. So it should be to the left of the map, slightly to the left in his deployment, so in that massive rock, you can't miss it. Yeah, and I was protecting my captain, Captain K, because he's got a shield, he's defense 8, and I'll just shield all day long if I need to. Yeah, pretty awesome. Thrain wants to get stuck in, so I don't want to protect him. He was targeting to kill Thrain, and then he went for the in my left hand side there's an Osgiliath ruin. He was targeting to take over that, and then he was trying to keep his drummer alive. So yeah, that was the objectives of the game. Let's roll. Okay, last game of the tournament. We've got Fog of War and I'm playing against Mordor. And yes, that is a great beast of Gorgoroth. Fantastic. He's been led by Gothmog. We have got a cheeky little 𝐤𝐸𝐴 sat in the back there. And a bunch of Morannon Orcs with banners. And a few cavalry. Looking very fantastic, if I do say so. And I'm using my dwarves again. Yay! So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll let you know what the scenery pieces and stuff we picked are at the end. So my final game was against a lovely fellow called Lee. I couldn't get an interview with him, unfortunately, or much footage due to low battery, but that was my fault. It was a cool game. I'll just give you a breakdown now of how it went. And we were playing Fog of War, my dwarfies again, versus a Mordor list with a great beast of Gorgoroth and 𝐤𝐸𝐴. I got an overview of the army, so you should be able to see it there. It was an interesting game. I had one, initially it was alright. His cav came down the right flank, my right flank, and I turned my force to engage it. Heroic combat from Thrain, managed to kill about 3 of them, and they didn't last much longer from that point onwards. I think they all died either that turn or the turn after. And then I called a heroic move because the Great Beast was right behind me pretty much with his entire army on my right flank. I won the move off and I moved back into a battle line, so I had my grimhammers or Guardians of the King up front with spear supports. Yeah, so I think that move probably won me the game, so you couldn't hit me in the rear. So yeah, that was pretty handy. And most of the time the Dwarves did absolutely phenomenal. They were winning fights, killing Orcs. Yeah, Morannons are tough as hell, but Strength 4 is just absolutely fantastic on grimhammers. I was very happy with that. Yeah, his Orc shooting was actually the most scary thing, because he did kill about 4 Dwarves with the Orc shooting on the back of the howdah of the Great Beast of Gorgoroth, which is terrifying because he needs 5s to hit and then 6s by 4s to kill. Yeah, unexpected. Poor little grimhammers. Then, yeah, we clashed. Did alright, and then the Great Beast managed to get 1 good stampede, and he probably killed about 6 dudes as well, nearly. He hurt me. But that's all the Great Beast got, because I have 1 priority from that point on, or I had might spare to heroic move when he did. He did run out of might eventually. I still had might. Yeah, it was pretty good positioning on both our parts, but I managed to assassinate the drummer, who was my target, with a cheeky little charge with the captain. The captain stayed alive for the entire game. Captain K. Yeah, he survived all the battles, all of them. And we did manage to nearly kill 𝐤𝐸𝐴 as well. Gothmog survived. We did wound him once, but no one cares about leader points. Yeah, it was a very good game. Dwarves did win it because we got our terrain piece. We kept the Orcs off theirs. They didn't kill any of my heroes. Yeah, and I managed to keep the one he was protecting as well. So that's the end of the tournament. Yeah, it was pretty solid. I didn't get the standings for everyone, but I didn't come third, second, or first. That's a shame. But I did only have 1 loss, so I'm quite happy with that. 1 tie and then 2 wins. Yeah, I can live with that. It was a pretty good tournament, especially since I'm using Dwarves for the first time, and I kind of shut them in the deep end. But yeah, no, I was really happy with that. Really, really happy. Yeah, so hopefully next tournament's in next month, and I'll do a review over that. If you like this kind of tournament overview, do hit the like button, and if you're feeling especially saintly today, do consider subscribing. But even if you don't do either of those things, I still hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.